So just a few weeks ago, Sony released a highly anticipated upgrade PSSR for the PS5 Pro. Now officially it's called upgrade PSSR, but the general gaming community is calling it PSSR 2, which is what I'm going to refer to as in this video. So last February, Resident Evil Requiem was the first PS5 game to utilize this new feature on the PS5 Pro. Now thanks to the new system update, every PS5 Pro owner can experience it on any PSSR supported game. So in case you don't know what PSSR is, PSSR stands for PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. Basically, it's an upscaling technology similar to NVIDIA's DLSS and AMD's FSR technologies. Okay, here's how it works. So generally, most AAA PS5 games have two rendering modes. There's a fidelity mode or quality mode that outputs in 4K at 30 FPS. And there's a performance mode that runs at 1440p at 60 FPS. Now, typically any game published by Sony will have these two modes. We're talking Insomniac Games, Naughty Dog, and Santa Monica Studios. The idea behind PSSR is to narrow the gap between fidelity and performance mode. The way it works is the game renders in performance mode at 1440p to maintain a higher frame rate. But using AI upscaling technology, that image is enhanced to look like it's in 4K. Now, the problem with the early version of PSSR, or PSSR 1, is that it's prone to graphical glitches like shimmering, flickering, and ghosting. So usually when it had to render foliage or hair, that's where it was having trouble. Not only does PSSR 2 fix this problem, it also improves the visual fidelity by a substantial amount. Okay, so the way you activate it is this. First, go to Settings, then Screen and Video, then Video Output, and there should be a brand new toggle called Enhanced PSSR Image Quality. This is basically a universal toggle so that any games that supports PSSR will automatically be upgraded to the newer version. Okay, so let me give you some examples. Oh, and in case you need to know, all the footage is coming from my PS5 Pro, which I pre-ordered during launch, and I'm capturing all the game footage using the Elgato Capture 4KX. So first off is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. This is what Performance Pro mode looks like in the original PSSR. Now if we zoom in into Ratchet's ears and compare that to PSSR 2, notice how the fur is a bit sharper. Now let's compare that to Fidelity mode. Looks pretty close, doesn't it? Now let's do another one, the opening scene of Spider-Man 2. Again, this is performance mode with PSSR. If we zoom in on Peter Parker's hair and put it next to PSSR 2, look at how refined the details are. Now let's put that up against fidelity mode. Again, similar results. Now there is one shortcoming when it comes to PSSR in this game, and that's draw distance. So this is the Manhattan Bridge with Spider-Man looking down on the city. If we zoom in on the fence, once again PSSR 2 wins with finer detail. But if we put that side by side with fidelity mode, notice something different? The fence is now complete and the shadows are better. You see, the problem with some games is that PSSR is based on performance mode, and one of the main differences between performance and fidelity mode is that some of the lighting effects and draw distances are either reduced or disabled. Let's do Control Ultimate Edition. So one thing I like about Remedy Entertainment is that they put an actual PSSR toggle within the options menu. And if you're playing Alan Wake 2, you can see what PSSR does to the image as soon as you start flipping the toggle on and off. So in Control Ultimate Edition, if we zoom in on Dr. Emily Pope's eyelashes in PSSR 1, we can pretty much see each eyelash follicle. But if we switch to PSSR 2, they look a bit more refined and separated. Okay, enough to talk about the hair. How about visual artifacts? Because that's the other thing that PSSR 2 is supposed to fix. Here's God of War Ragnarok, and Kratos is hanging out at Sindri's house. I have Pro Enhanced mode with PSSR 1 and PSSR 2 side by side. Notice anything different? Let's zoom into the floor. Notice the reflection coming from the window. With PSSR 1, it's shimmering quite a bit, but with PSSR 2, it's practically gone. Now, I could go on with more examples, but I don't have all the time in the world because there's like almost 100 games with PSSR support, plus there's plenty of other YouTube channels that specialize in those things. So here's the big caveat. Not every PS5 Pro Enhanced game supports PSSR, meaning that turning on PSSR 2 won't magically boost all of your games. One big exception is any game that runs on the Decimate engine, and I'm talking about Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, Horizon Forbidden West, and Death Stranding 2. You see, the folks at Guerrilla Games, the ones who made the engine, they developed their own upscaling technology called Pico, which is short for Progressive Image Compositor. The thing is, theirs is pretty damn good. It's pretty much on par with today's upscaling technology. So, which games do have PSSR support? As of right now, there are just under 100 games that have been confirmed to support it. And that list will continue to grow throughout the year should developers choose to implement it. Okay, so what about the future? Well, we know that Marvel's Wolverine is coming out in September, and seeing how it's being developed by Insomniac Games, it's pretty much guaranteed that it will be PS5 Pro enhanced with PSSR 2, just like Ratchet and Spider-Man. Also, by the time you're watching this, CD Projekt Red should have already or is about to release the PS5 Pro patch for Cyberpunk 2077. And that's a good thing because I've been holding off playing Cyberpunk on PS5 for that sole reason. And Assassin's Creed Shadows is getting an official update on April 7th. So I think the big elephant in the room is GTA 6. You see, Rockstar hasn't made any official announcements. Also, we still don't have a PS5 version of Red Dead Redemption 2. But considering how long GTA 6 has been in development, I'd be really surprised if it wasn't PS5 Pro enhanced. So 2026 is going to be a very interesting year because we're going to see more games that take advantage of this new tech.